At this time yesterday, winds were whipping in the inland northwest, setting and spreading fires. One of them on Beacon Hill in East Spokane is one the firefighters have been worried about.
KXLY4's Tori Brunetti is back on Beacon Hill this evening. And Tori, what are the concerns there?
Well, Beacon Hill is right behind me, and because of its location and its terrain, the fire department says it's one of their biggest wildland fire hazards within the city limits of Spokane. They say every year it's not an if a fire will start, it's a when.
We have a lot of experience dealing with fires on Beacon Hill.
Assistant Fire Chief Brian Schaeffer says when a fire started on Beacon Hill yesterday, it was no surprise. And with peak wind gusts near 50 miles per hour, they threw everything they had at it.
The wind was just incredible up on the hill.
It seems like a fire happens every year on Beacon Hill, not only because the hill is covered with plenty of dry fuels, but because people start them. And Schaeffer says yesterday's fire was most likely started by a person.
This is a trespassing issue. A lot of that is private property.
We're kind of tucked up next to the rocks.
Rob Bailey has lived at the base of Beacon Hill for more than 20 years, but he still isn't used to seeing the sight of smoke coming from his backyard.
Yeah, it's kind of scary deal when you see smoke coming up where you live.
Since Rob can't stop people from abusing Beacon Hill, starting campfires, riding ATVs, and leaving trash, he has done everything he can to make his property as fire safe as possible.
There was a big pine tree here, I mean huge, like 3 feet across. It was huge.
He cut down 24 large pine trees around his house and put on a metal roof.
I really don't want to come home and find my house, on the ground, leveled out.
Schaeffer says the only other thing people can do to protect their property is keep an eye out.
Anytime that people see folks that shouldn't be somewhere, or they see them using an open campfire, or they see anything out of the ordinary that may be criminal activity, they need to call 911 and report that.
Now, in addition to the dozens of houses near Beacon Hill, at the bottom of Beacon Hill, there's some high-tension power lines at the top of the hill, and that was one of the fire department's biggest concern yesterday because those wind gusts were pushing the fire in that direction. In northeast Spokane, Tori Brunetti, KXLY4 HD News.